Let's start out with a message from Silent Power by Stuart Wilde. Wu Wei is also the ability to get around the blocks you experience as you try to materialize ideas and goals. When life doesn't want to dance on your tune, start by asking yourself these questions. Am I in the right place? Am I too early or too late? Am I going too fast? Do I need more patience? Do I need time to consolidate to create an energy within myself that is compatible with my goal? And I was talking about this in the last video about becoming a vibrational match to the things that we want to attract. Am I trying for something that's too far in the distance? Do I need to set a goal closer to where I am now? Ask yourself, is what I want appropriate? Does my plan infringe on other people? Does it require them to be something they don't want to be, to do things they don't want to do? If I'm involving other people, what's in it for them? That's really interesting. So you're able to walk a mile in another person's shoes, right? That kind of expression. Maybe the resistance comes from the fact that you've forgotten how to include them. Have I looked after and honored everybody? Make sure they are happy and ready to perform. Is what I want self-indulgent? Will it assist me in growing and becoming a better person, in achieving a more fulfilling life, or am I just indulging myself? Remember, many of the things you want are in fact dead weights, prisons you create for yourself. More often than not, material things weigh you down because you have to look after them and worry about them. Sometimes the deeper spiritual parts of you, the infinite self within, protects you from disaster. You'll head off trying to achieve something that the inner spiritual you, the deeper subconscious self, doesn't actually want. So it will make sure you arrive too late, or the person you seek will not be there, or the check bounces and things generally don't work. If things really aren't working and they turn out to be a mess, you have to think, hey, is this because of something deep inside me? Do I really want what I think I want? Am I committed to the idea or not? What are the consequences, obligations, and energies involved? Am I investing too much of myself in the idea? Perhaps it won't mean much to me when I get it. I'm sure you've had the experience of going for something and getting it, then realizing that the prize wasn't worth the energy you expended. It was a disappointment. So be careful that you don't hurtle off up some path. Hurtle off up some path? I don't know what that means. Just to prove what a hotshot you are, without thinking through your actions, whether they actually do anything for you. The other question to ask yourself is, are my actions powerful and appropriate? A few small, powerful actions are worth 100 hours of diddling about. There's a school of thought that says, when faced with an obstacle, whack your head against it until the thing breaks, then move to the next obstacle and whack it with whatever part of your skull still remains. I'm not keen on that idea. It seems to lack finesse. When you're faced with an obstacle, step back and take a long, hard look at what it is telling you. More often than not, you can adapt and walk around it. Sometimes you have to wait while you raise your energy enough to flow over the obstacle effortlessly. Don't whack your head against it. Stop, get inside your power, get inside your power. Let's say that again. Get inside your power. Plot how you're going to get around it, how you're going to materialize the sales you need, for example, how you can more effectively present your information to people. No, don't use your head to power yourself forward by whacking it on things. Instead, use it silently to feel out where your strongest path lies. That is silent power. From non-action, let's go to the silent, subtle nature of feelings. Next, The Prophet by Kahlil Gibran. And if it is a fear you would dispel, the seed of that fear is in your heart and not in the hand of the feared. Verily, all things move within your being in constant half-embrace, the desired and the dreaded, the repugnant and the cherished. the pursued, and that which you would escape. These things move within you as lights and shadows and pairs that cling. Wow. Wow. And when the shadow fades and is no more, I mean, let me just translate that how I'm seeing it, right? That all things move within your being in constant half embrace, and then it's the paradoxical things, like it's the opposites, right? It's the desired and the dreaded, the repugnant and the cherished, the pursued and that. So it's all saying the same thing. The thing you want and the thing you don't want are moving together in a half embrace within you. These things move within you as lights and shadows and pairs that cling. So there's something, I think this was like in a music class, we were talking about this long time ago. It was something about the, if you go on a spectrum to the complete other opposite, right, of a frequency, you will end up in the same place. So it's kind of like the further apart you end up meeting. I don't know if that makes sense. When the shadow fades and is no more, the light that lingers becomes a shadow to another light. I guess that's similar to what I was saying, but it's not the same thing. But the idea, like metaphor-wise, when the shadow fades and is no more, the light that lingers becomes a shadow to another light. And thus your freedom, when it loses its fetters, becomes itself the fetter of a greater freedom. Damn. I want one more, because I'm just like... For what is evil but good tortured by its own hunger and thirst? Verily, what the hell's this word, verily? Verily, when good is hungry, it seeks food, even in dark caves, and when it thirsts, it drinks, even in dead waters. You're good when you're one with yourself. Yet when you're not one with yourself, you're not evil. Okay. All I want to take of this is... What is evil but good tortured by its own hunger and thirst? Verily, when good is hungry, it seeks food, even in dark caves, and when it thirsts, it drinks, even in dead waters. And we're talking about the silent power. Okay. I think I read too much, my brains. Well, we were talking about trying to do something and it doesn't work out, right? That was from Silent Power. And then it's talking about evil being almost like when someone's backed to a corner and they don't have a choice. So that's why in Silent Power it's telling you, if you're in a situation where you have to like bang your head against the wall to find a solution, stop banging your head against the wall, find your own inner silent power, right? Connect with your power within you. Okay. Hanged Man. This is seeing things from a different perspective. You kind of need to lose your ego, or you lose your way of looking at things right now. It's a surrendered state. How do we get to the surrendered state in order to see life from a different perspective? I mean, it's a humbling on some level, right? But not really. Not really. If you look at it in retrospect, it's not humbling at all. It's just a change of perspective. In some ways, if spirit is seeing that you're not cooperating with what it's trying to show you, it will humble you. But that's a lack of perspective, if you see it that way. I am ready to receive love. That's the honest truth of this kind of surrender. It's not really humbling. It's becoming receptive. It's softening. Okay, it's softening. Find that place of deep peace within yourself when all around you is a storm. Shelter in this calm, settled place. Allow it to fill you, flow from you, radiating out as you hold this space for all. An island of strong growth built from all that has gone before, a collection of learnings from many lives lived, creating a safe space for you and others to rest and take shelter. There's a big emphasis on like, you create safety and peace for yourself, and then other people can benefit from it somehow. So what comes to mind, there's like these types of people. Maybe you've experienced them, or maybe you've seen them through like, maybe you've read about them in literature, maybe you've seen them in movies, maybe you've heard stories of people like this. It's people who are just kind of very at peace and very quiet, and they don't have a lot of words, but when they do speak, there's a lot of wisdom. And even in like really difficult situations, they seem to have a deep insight that calms them through the experience. So that's kind of what's happening here. The world is giving an ending. There's an ending here of a cycle, and it allows for rest. It allows to like allow the mind to stop trying to work something out. Stop trying to bang your head against the wall, figuring out a solution. You get in touch with your silent power. Now, if it's like a relationship, I don't know why I'm pulling those away. I never put those away. If it's a relationship, obsessing over the outcome of a relationship gets in the way. Instead, I let go and allow. Right, so that's the hermit. That's letting go and allowing. And letting go and allowing is also another way of saying being receptive, being soft. When I shine bright, I give others permission to shine with me. Shining in what way? What's that about? I mean, let's read, because I've got enough information here, so let's see. The Empress is the feminine, the divine feminine. It is the ability to get in the rhythm of nature. So slowing down and getting in contact with nature, being in nature, being outdoors, being with animals, responding to your animal nature. Put that, oh yeah, that's like the first thing. I feel like scratching the whole video and just starting over. That's the first thing. Put that at the first list. Like that's your highest priority, is to respond to your animal nature. And if you're not doing that on a daily basis, then you're not really living. You're not really here with us. Welcome to Earth. Welcome to planet Earth. Responding to your needs, right? Eating, drinking, sleeping, exercising. If exercise isn't a thing, then like walk more often when you're trying to get places, or don't use like public transportation when you can walk, or when you can ride a bike. Yeah, that's kind of the idea that I'm getting now, is like really honoring your physical being, your physical body as an animal. And also like the animal part of you also wants to be stimulated, in a sense of like, you want to experience the beauty of the world. It's not just about having your physical needs met. Like, it's also about being inspired, having, your breath taken away by something beautiful, or by a very deep experience you have in your life. Do people seek out deep experiences? I don't know. I think you only start seeking out those experiences when you've had enough of a life story where it wouldn't really matter if you seek them out anyways. It's more about unloading at that point. Does this make sense? So we're talking about shining bright and giving others permission to shine with me. And the Empress has a lot of gifts. I mean, it doesn't, I get it, like everyone's different, but it could be like a gift to be empathic. It could be a gift to tell a story. It could be a gift to sing or to write or to perform. It could be like those very typical gifts when you think of being creative, but it could also be something that isn't so typical, like being an empathic person who knows how to heal. That's a gift. So you have some kind of gift here that you're being encouraged to share. And sharing your gift allows others to shine as well with you. You see these two people here? And that's the sun. The sun is being recognized for your gifts, but it's also about celebrating with others. So this closing out of a cycle allows us to rest. And then there's an opportunity for work here. But with this opportunity for work, there's something that you don't realize is an option. It's an offer. And it's not that you don't realize it's an offer, it's coming down the line. It's right here, right now. You have it available to you, but you need to engage with it. You need to, someone texts you and you're not responding. It's that kind of thing. It's like you're maybe busy, or you're maybe preoccupied, or you're maybe not taking it seriously. You're not thinking anything will come of this, but it's actually a door that's opened here with the Two of Wands. You have the potential to choose which way you want to go. And if you have choice, that means the minute you have an ability to choose, I mean, you're the one who's like in the driving seat, let's put it that way. You get to decide what you're doing. Now, this decision that you're presented with is about something secretive, something hidden, something secretive comes to light. It could be your secret is coming to light. It could be someone else's. It could just be a revelation on a deeper level, like that's helping you heal. Because the star is also about healing, but it could also just be about like recognition. I mean, we have so many of these, like the world, the Empress, the sun, the star. And strength. You need to embody the strength card in order to get through this experience and in order to benefit from it. Okay. So love doesn't have to be like a romantic love. It could be that you're getting fairness, you're getting justice, you're getting money, right? Like support. You might be getting support. Something will come into balance because of an opportunity that you're given, but you have to be aware of that opportunity. And your ability to rest is what's allowing you to shift your perspective and become more receptive. Instead of feeling that you have to fight, it's understanding that you're now going to be given. And all you have to do is open your hands and take. It's a different way of operating than the one we're used to in this world. And I also want to kind of get something here. Okay, so that's love. That's cool. So you attract love, you attract recognition, you attract support, you attract help, and things start to balance out in your life. I think that is all. Thanks for watching.